Rated G. What's up, guys? It's the MiddleAgedGamer. We are playing Transport Fever 2, and we are currently on the Chapter 2 mission. Let's see what it is. Roaring Twenties.
The Midwest.
And just a quick disclaimer before we start this mission. We are going to be doing things as quickly and efficiently as possible. I'm not saying this is the right way to do that, although this mission is very, very straightforward. Really, it's almost trucks and buses the entire time, and allows, I think, one train line to transport oil. So this is not really one of those open-ended missions where you can do things a bunch of different ways, but I will show you how to complete the main objectives and all the bonus tasks as quickly as possible. Let's go ahead and load it up. Again, we're doing the Roaring Twenties mission on
the Golden 20s.
Chapter 2.
The U.S. economy is booming.
Let's give it a second while it loads up here.
Cities are pulsing with life. Motorcars crowd the streets, which will soon be too narrow for all the traffic. Exhaust pipes blast their fumes in the urban canyons.
Definitely a different type of mission.
Out new kinds of
it's
music.
a lot more restricting than normal.
Era is dawning.
All right. I'm going to skip all the introduction here and get right to it as soon as we load it up. And I will tell you, there's a lot of line setting on this, and you'll see what I mean. We're going to have a ton of lines by the end. And we start off with, I think, like 90-something million or 100 million, which is kind of insane. Oh, allergies are killing me. Come on, baby, load up. There we go.
You've been driving
here's Minneapolis.
Across the country in a spacious automobile for quite some time. Several young people.
So the training center is actually up here where this track is, and we have to bring people from in town up to the training center. So what we're going to do first is we're going to open up
and bring them here.
And turn off him talking. The land use map, just to lay a couple of bus lines or bus stations down, I should say. So we'll put one up here at the training station first, and let's see. Put one out here in the industrial section on the way out, one down here, one down there, and then we got to do at least a few through here if we can. So let's see, one right there and one right there. Should we make one more? I think that's good. Pretty basic. I could add, 2 or 3 more stops, but I think that's plenty. So let's go ahead and open a road depot. I'm going to put it right here, just outside of town. If I can rotate it a little bit, there we go. So first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and set up a line. Ooh, I'm going to do one more, because we're going to need a larger bus tram station down the road. So let's put this right in the center of town if we can. Doesn't matter if we have to remove buildings or not. Not too concerned with that. Alright, let's go ahead and set up the line now. So they're going to come out of there. We will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I'll go back to 1. So this will be bus the Minneapolis route. Hopefully I'm spelling Minneapolis correctly. And then we only get 4, or I think 3 buses to start off with, which is kind of unfortunate. So we're going to go ahead and get all 3 buses going on the line. Okay, click on passenger. For whatever reason, you have to click on the passenger before you can buy it. Not sure why. Hang on. Bus station, or the road depot is not connected yet. I don't know. Already starting off to a bad start. There we go. Now let's try this again. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and kind of plan for the future up here. We do need to connect this road to the test track, so I'm just going to do that right there. And I'm going to go ahead and put 2 bus stops and 2 truck stops on here as well. And you'll see why in a little bit. These, I guess it doesn't really matter. And then we'll set up the line. So basically we got to bring 10 apprentices up here to the training center, which again is right there outside of town. Let's go ahead and set up 2 more lines. This will be bus training route. If I could type, it would be better. And then we'll set one for the truck training route. There we go. Now I just gotta wait till 10 apprentices get delivered. And you can see the rest of the map, which we'll basically be using every single town. And I believe every single... yeah, we'll be using all these little symbols throughout as far as supply and demand throughout this mission. But one step at a time. Let's get this going first. Let's see if we have anybody. It should be full, hopefully. 6 of 9, so it's halfway, and then hopefully the second bus will be full by the time it gets there. At least have 6 people in it is the hope. Looks like it's stuck in traffic right now. There it goes. And it will be full going in. So once that bus hits the training center bus stop up here, I'm going to go ahead and manage this vehicle. I'm going to put this on the training route for buses. And I'm going to put this guy on the training route for buses as well. Okay, there we go. And you'll see why here in just a second.
Your employees ought to drive properly, otherwise people get car sick, and that in turn is bad for business.
We'll put you
It's high time that a training route was
on the
set up.
training route. And we need to buy 3 cargo trucks, which I think is all we have starting out. And we'll put this on the truck training route line. So I'm kind of skipping ahead a little bit just to move things on a little quicker. Don't always do that in my walkthrough tutorials, but this will definitely get things moving. So we're not making any money, but that's fine. We got plenty of money starting off.
Make a few test drives first before you let them loose on paying customers. With you, there's no room for road hogs.
Okay, and that'll be going on for quite a while right there as it builds up the available buses. Probably put one more on the line. There we go. Just have a few vehicles on the training line to try to build up as many trucks and buses as possible. Now it's just kind of a waiting game at this point. We can't put the bus stations in any of the other towns, which is kind of going to be our next step, and I'll show you why here in a minute. I'll just... oh, there we go.
Wonderful.
Never mind.
You've trained a fair number of
Okay, so basically we have to buy access to each town, so we're going to do it one at a time.
Get your hands on more licenses so that your bus business
And then
gets
basically
rolling.
we're just going to build a bus station in each town. Trying to remove as little buildings as possible. And then we'll set up a new line going to this big bus station in downtown Minneapolis. Put this to St. Cloud. There we go. And then we just want to put basically one bus on each for now. I don't think we can buy any more than one anyways. Oh, there we go. Let's go Minneapolis. We'll put 2 on there, I guess, since it's available. Minneapolis St. Cloud, there we go. Let's go ahead and move on to the next city, which is Rochester right there. Same thing, we'll put a bus station somewhere downtown. There we go. Let's go ahead and set up the line. Go from that station to this one. Again, this we'll be setting up quite a few routes or routes here in this scenario or mission. This will go Minneapolis to Rochester. Let's go ahead and see if we can put 2 buses on that. There we go. On the next one, La Crosse. Acquire now. Same thing. Put the bus station somewhere in the middle. There we go. Set up the new line. And we'll assign 2 buses to that route. Only got 1, which is fine. So that was to La Crosse. Go ahead and do, I don't know how to pronounce that. Eclair, I think is how you do it. I don't know. It's my best guess. You can Google it if you want to. Again, set up the new line going from downtown Minneapolis out. Okay, and let's go ahead and buy 2 more vehicles. That will be to Eclair. Let's see what. So we got Rochester, La Crosse, Eclair, St. Cloud. We could do one down to St. Paul right here, but I think we're fine for the time being. We do need to put 1 or 2 on the original route. So let's see if we have 2 in stock. We have nothing in stock. Okay. We'll have 1 here in a minute, so there we go. And we'll put this on the Minneapolis route, which is our original one that we made. And this training staff will always show us exactly how many buses and trucks we have available up until a certain point of the mission. It's always good to look at here to see who we need buses going to. So Rochester and St. Cloud need another bus at this time. If we have any. We don't have any yet. And take a quick look in.
Your business is running fabulously.
We'll put this on the
Although
Rochester
your passengers
line.
are getting seriously bounced around on the out-of-town routes. The roads are in a poor state. Make sure the road construction proceeds quickly by taking over delivery
Okay,
of
so
the
the next
necessary
step that we can move on to is basically supplying 100 construction materials and 100 asphalt. Let's see here. So we need to bring the rock over here and then deliver the construction materials there and there. And we also need to deliver 100 asphalt from here to the 2 construction sites as well.
First and foremost, it takes one thing to make a successful
Okay, bonus
business
mission
even
right
more.
here, corporate identity. Let's
Since
do
you've
this real
already
quick
been
since
able
it's
to get hold of
relatively
several
fast to
route
do.
permits, now it's
We got to
worth it
paint the
lend
buses
each
5 different
individual
colors. So
line
just go
a
down here to the
distinctive
vehicle
character.
manager, and then you can just go down the line and paint them whatever color you want to. Doesn't matter, and I'll show you why here in a second. There we go. Now it wants you to paint everything back to the same color for marketing purposes. So I'm going to put everything as
no one has a
red.
clue that they all belong to one and the same company, which probably wasn't the smartest move when it comes to
Because black and
advertising.
red's my favorite color. I think red looks good as well.
Your buses are easily recognized, even at a distance. Their color stands
So
for
that
top
gets rid of the
quality.
bonus task corporate
There's a name
identity
for all
really
this.
quick and easy
It's
to
called
do. Now back to our main mission. And now here's the problem, and I don't really have a problem with it, but if you try to build a train, you will not have anything to carry basically rock, construction materials, or anything else. So you have to do this via truck. Very, very important that you guys remember that. First and foremost, let's build the road so we can transport things a little quicker. That. It's a little bit more of a bridge than I needed, but it's fine. Again, you got plenty of money to work with on this. And we are going to put a truck stop there. And then we need a truck station over here to deliver the rock. And let's put the road depot somewhere in the area. Right here will be fine for now. Let's go ahead and buy 10 trucks if we have it, which I think we do. Oh, I did not want to buy passenger buses, so let's sell those. Let's try it again. Let's buy the trucks that we need to transport materials. I'm gonna go and put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on a new line. And we'll just name this truck. It's gonna be rock delivery. Make it simple. And then we also need a truck station here to deliver the construction materials to each of the construction sites. So let's go ahead and run the road first, because that's going to make it as short as possible to the construction sites. There we go. And then we can put truck stops at each of these. There we go. And there we go. And we need a truck station right here. And then we gotta set up the 2 lines going to the construction site. So truck, construction site 1. Right. And then we'll go ahead and set up the other line. Truck, construction, site 2, materials. And then we'll just assign some vehicles to each. So construction site 1, construction site 2. Okay, so as that's going, we'll, eventually add more trucks on each line as needed. Let's go ahead and set up the asphalt plant. Needs to get asphalt to both of the construction sites right here. Let's run the road first like we did on the other ones. So we got a lot of area we can cut out right here. So let's rotate that and right there. And then we definitely want to cross the water here. Make this as short as possible. There we go. First and foremost, put the truck stop, or truck station, excuse me. And we'll put truck stops at each construction site. Set up both lines. Truck, and this is asphalt delivery 1. Let's do asphalt delivery 2. Truck. Asphalt delivery 2. Hopefully I'm spelling asphalt right. If not, forgive me. Let's go ahead and buy, I guess, maybe 6 trucks. And we'll put it on each of the asphalt deliveries. There we go. Alright, so now we got materials going basically. You can already see the construction materials going to each location. Now we just need to upgrade each line as needed. Let's put some more trucks on the rock line. Let's Go ahead and add 3. Block delivery. And do we need any more over here? That seems to be okay for now. Might have to turn. Oh, actually, that has stuff on it. That has stuff on it, and that has stuff on it. Thought we had to turn some of these vehicles around, but they're all delivering some items, which is good. Let's go ahead and add 2 trucks to line 1. Go. We do have buses available, so let's go ahead and put a few out. We definitely need some on Rochester and St. Cloud. Let's actually do 6 maybe. So 3 to Rochester, 3 to St. Cloud. There we go. And we could do 1 or 2 to the local route if we wanted. On the original Minneapolis route. I'm going to do one thing real quick, because if we don't, we actually complete the mission before getting the 3rd bonus objective. I'm not sure it's going to work, but we need to bring basically the grain to this bread processing or food processing plant. So let's go ahead and set that up. And again, we're thinking way ahead towards the end of the mission. It doesn't matter, even if you complete the mission, you can still do this after the fact. But the last mission is actually having to do with this route in Minneapolis, which is already set up to compete against the tram lines there. So I'm kind of thinking far ahead, because we're waiting on all these items to be done anyways. So let's go ahead and set up 2 truck stations. 1 here, and then 1 at the other location. And then we just need a truck stop by the food processing plant, and then we gotta set up 2 lines. So we'll call it grain delivery 1. And grain delivery 2. There we go. It doesn't matter, we can just use the same depot over here. Let's buy 4 trucks. Put it on grain delivery 1, grain delivery 2. And I'm not sure if it's even going to start working as far. Oh, it already is working. I can see the grain stacking up right here. So I wasn't sure if that was technically going to work or not, but we're good. Can we upgrade these lines at all? Maybe 1 on site 1, 1 on site 2. We're out of trucks right now anyways, so we'll just hold off. We do have some buses. We can send some more to La Crosse and Rochester even still. Let's just do 2 more to Rochester. And we're almost 100 materials delivered to the construction sites for both asphalt and the construction material. Getting really close. Alright, asphalt's done, construction material's done almost at the same time, which is really good. Alright, so here's the one railway line we're going to establish. We have to bring crude oil over to the oil refinery, and eventually the refined oil down here to make fuel. So let's go ahead and set up the cargo stations for each item. Turn this around. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and put one down here too because we're gonna need it anyways. There it goes. And I think we're good. I'm gonna modify this station real fast. So go ahead and add a cargo platform. And then of course the tracks. There we go. Alright, next step is to run the tracks for the initial section. So let's go back over here first. I can go over everything, or I can go under. I think I'm going to go under. Looks like it'd be a little easier. Alright. Don't want to build tunnels if we can help it. Or some crazy bridge even. I really don't want to do that. So we'll make smaller sections if we have to. So we need to go right there. Perfect so far, and then we need to start coming up. To basically curve around. It's kind of a hard turn right there. Let me see if I can make it a little bit less. Doesn't make much of a difference if there's a little slow turn, but if I can help it, I'd rather it be a little smoother. There we go. It's a little better. Not perfect, but definitely better. And I'm going to build the train depot up here. And eventually we'll need one going to this track right there. Have it going there too. It doesn't really matter. Anyways, let's buy the first vehicle. We are going to use the steam locomotive, only because they're crazy expensive, and we're going to add just a ton of cars on here. There we go. $14 million down the hole for one train. Don't worry, this will pay for itself really quickly. Transporting crude oil is probably one of the most profitable things you can do in the game. And we'll name this train crude oil delivery. Work on some of my typos. Alright, and then while that's working, we do have to produce fuel, so we need to establish the refined oil down to the fuel refinery down here. So let's go ahead and lay the track for this. Now this is going to be an expensive track depending on what you do. I'm going to try my best to not have some crazy amount of money spent, but it's going to be probably a $2 million piece of track regardless. Construction not possible. That's not what we want. So let's back that up. Try that again. Probably could have ran it a lot better, but that's fine. We'll do that. Okay. With the amount of money you have, you could just run it straight through. And again, you can see we're negative 17 million because we spent so much in the past 2 months. And it does, instead of quarterly reports, you get kind of a bi-monthly report. But we need to go ahead and set up another train to deliver the refined oil down. So we're going to add this and then add some tank cars in there, make it a little bit smaller. The line will go from here down there. We'll go ahead and put a truck station down here. Just want to make sure the oil is set up. Yep, so that's working good. We have oil lined up. Let's see how much our first delivery has on it. 179 barrels of oil already, which is amazing. still not set up properly. Oh, it needs track to get there. That would help. I didn't need that piece of track going out. I connected it to the wrong side is all I did, which is fine. Where's this guy going? Let's see. That's right. Let's see, can I turn this guy around? Can I turn him around again? I think because I didn't have a signal, maybe. Didn't make the delivery. It's a little alarming right there. Let's turn it around one more time. Hopefully I don't have to reset up the line. Let's see if that works. There we go. Okay, so that fixed whatever the problem was. Maybe because the train was running on the line with the track there without any signals, but we're good now. It's got plenty of buses and trucks available. We can expand it, but we don't need to do anything right now. To get ahead of the kind of the curve, I'm gonna go ahead and put truck stops at each of the gas stations out here, because we're gonna have to do that here in a minute anyways. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think got one more right here. 6. Perfect. So we're good on that, and we can go ahead and start making. Make sure this has refined oil on it. So I want to make sure this is making refined oil before we do anything else. I don't see it doing that quite yet. That's connected, which is good. I think something's wrong with this train. No, it's full. What is wrong with this train then? Maybe it's gonna have to make another delivery before it happens. I'm not quite sure. It's on the refined oil delivery route. Let's check that out just real quick. Okay, for some reason that's not adding up. That's what the problem is. So let's add this station and this station again. So I guess when I delivered that track going down to platform 1, I actually messed with both of the lines. So now we should be good. I'm probably gonna have to reverse this train here in a minute once we have a little bit of refined oil made. I wasted like 5 minutes right there on my track building skills, which is unfortunate. Okay, now we should start getting refined oil. There we go. I'm gonna turn this guy around. And you can see the refined oil barrels are lining up right there, which is what we wanted. There we go. Perfect. And once that gets down there, we'll proceed to the next portion. But it's actually good that we're doing that because we have to actually set up lines to each gas station anyways. So this would be truck, lacrosse, gas delivery. Let's see here. There's that one. That's Rochester, so let's go ahead and name that truck. Rochester gas delivery. Almost clicked on the wrong one. I think This is St. Paul right there, if I remember right. So this will be truck, St. Paul gas delivery. And next one will be Minneapolis. Gas delivery. And we got one more, I think St. Cloud. Let me go ahead and do that before I forget. I think I have another one down here too, but let me look. That's St. Cloud, so truck, St. Cloud, gas delivery. Did I get them all? I feel like I'm missing. Did I get La Crosse? Pretty sure I have La Crosse. So La Crosse, Minneapolis, Rochester, St. Cloud, and St. Paul. What about this one? Eau Claire. I don't think I did that one for some reason. I did not. So let's get that one set up as well. Okay, so we set up all the lines. Let's go ahead and do this bonus task real quick. It's called environmentalism.
Benefits. The opposition to motorization.
And basically we have to add trees to the Minneapolis-St. Paul area. Very, very easy. Go to this tool, go to assets. We're gonna scroll all the way to the right. Select this tool, make the brush size as big as possible. And then we'll just add trees here in this area. There we go. Environmentalism task has been completed. Now we got to deliver fuel to different gas stations. So what we're going to do is we'll actually use this depot, and it will give some time for this to add fuel into the truck stop before heading to its needed location. Let's go ahead and buy as many vehicles as we can. Let's do, we got 25 available. Let's buy 25 then. And then we'll just select each one by one. So let's start with La Crosse. Next one's Minneapolis. After that is Rochester. St. Cloud. St. Paul. And am I missing one? I feel like I'm missing one. Eau Claire. There we go. And even though we bought the buses, or not buses, but trucks way over here, it's going to take a while for everything to get loaded there. So La Crosse needs quite a few. I think we should be good. May have to turn some of these trucks around, worst case scenario, or at least add some to the line at some point. Not too concerned with them. I'm going to add some trucks to the grain route because we're going to be getting close to that as well. Let's just add one on each one. So grain delivery 1, grain delivery 2. Plenty of buses available if you wanted to expand that. You could expand all these different farms doing different things if you wanted to. But you can see we're already making 3 million. Ooh, actually looks like 9 million every 2 months now. Mainly because of this crude oil delivery. Look how much this train's making every 2 months. Almost $11 million, which is insane. Of course, that will go down quite a bit as it goes to load back up and comes back with its running costs, but it's making a lot. And if you really wanted to double up, you could run a second train because you can see the train holds like 230. We already have 260 loaded up here at the oil well, and the train's still coming back. So you could run a second train if you wanted to, or make this train even longer. It's up to you on that one. What matters is we're making money after spending a lot of money on trains. Let's see how this train's doing. So it could be transporting a lot more, but it's still making about $1 million every 2 months, which is good. I think the refinery may be out of refined oil. Take a look at it. This has 30 stored, so it's going down, but we got some more coming, which is good. This might be one of the easier missions, especially considering we're on chapter 2. I think we're already at the end, which is pretty good. If you're doing this your first time, it could take you easily an hour and a half, 2 hours. I'm hoping to complete this in under 50 minutes. I think we're at about 38, 39 minutes right now. So the refined oil doesn't make as much money, but that crude oil, Jesus, it makes a ton of money. Let's see what it's down to on profit though over 2 months. I'm always curious. So it's only down to 4 million at this point. Let's go ahead and expand this. So we need Minneapolis and St. Cloud. Put that in St. Cloud. And let's go ahead and ride with this train. There we go. So again, over 10 million mark right there. Let's do a first person view on the way back since we got some time as we wait. Looks like it actually ran the electrical line, so I guess I selected that when running the track. I didn't really need to. Not much to see as of yet. Hills on both sides. Definitely not a whole lot. Is that Minneapolis? I think that's the St. Paul on the outside of Minneapolis, and Minneapolis is right there. Okay. Should be getting pretty close to the oil well. There it is. Look at all that oil lined up. Absolutely insane. You know, I may have to actually, I wonder if I added a cargo platform, would it load more than what it's been doing? We'll check on that here in a little bit if we have time. Alright, 2 away from delivering the 100 fuel that we needed to the gas stations. And you could have ran a train up here as a central depot and then have it gone out, but this is the easiest.
The tanks are always well supplied, thanks to you. The population. Too many passengers.
So basically, it wants you to create a monopoly by outdoing the tram lines, which we're doing anyways right now. The route's already set up. There's no reason to upgrade it, I don't think, unless we don't hit 100% right here. And we should get that final bonus task any minute to connect these grain farms, so we'll see. There it is, Housewife Betty.
Company wants to communicate. The flour factory wants its clientele to believe that every grain of wheat is sorted by hand before processing.
And we may complete the mission before getting this bonus task, but like I said, it doesn't matter. You can continue playing, get the bonus task, and close out, and you'll have everything completed on the mission, just so you know. We just gotta wait till the grain gets delivered, which I think that's one right there, and hopefully that's the second one. There we go. And that should be the second one, which is perfect.
No matter where.
Alright, Housewife Betty bonus task is complete, which is the last and final bonus task. Now it's just a matter of making this better when competing against the tram, so I'm going to add a bunch of buses on there just to make it overkill. And if we need to, we can add a couple extra stops, but let's see what happens when we do this. Pretty sure we'll get it no matter what, how we're running it right now. A ton of buses going out. Let's go ahead and paint them all red. We got a bunch of people to the little cross line too, or a bunch of vehicles. Cross, there we go. And I still think it's gonna get to 100%, but just in case, let's go ahead and add an extra stop or two. Good. Let's see what happens. We're at 75% already. I think we're going to get 100%. It's going to be a lot of congestion here for at least a minute or two as those initial vehicles come out. Let's check over here. I forgot to do this. No, so we're not even filling up the initial cargo station there from the looks of it. Where does it go? I thought it would start stacking up on this part of the platform, but I don't see anything doing that. Alright. That's it with all 3 bonus tasks completed. I'm gonna go ahead and just hit continue playing. I do want to thank you guys for watching the video. Please hit the thumbs up if this helped you out, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Greatly helps me in making more videos in the future. Again, thank you guys for watching Middle Aged Gamer. I'll see you guys on the next mission. Cheers. Don't you know, it is getting old.